All right, guys. Hi. So at this point, you've already read the story of Argus. If you haven't, go back and do it. Um, and I kind of just want to point out to you some things that are really important about Argus and really important for us and for Odysseus. So obviously, Odysseus is disguised as the beggar man, and the swineherd's leading him through town. And there's this old hound by the door who is Argus. Argus was trained as a puppy by Odysseus, but he never even got taken on a hunt because Odysseus had to leave to go to war. I'm like looking at around lines 1167 or so. So Odysseus left, and Argus had never been taken, and never been taken for a hunt before, which is what his purpose was, to serve his master and to do what he's supposed to do. And other people afterward had tried to like help him out, but the dog had grown old in his master's absence and had kind of fallen into neglect. Around it were flies and trash, and there's like a giant pile of manure from mules and cows piled right there in front of the king's gates where Argus was waiting. And then Odysseus says, I marvel they leave this hound to lie here on the dung pile. He would have been a fine dog from the look of him. Though I can't say his power and speed. You can find the same good in house dogs, table dogs, landowners keep all for style. So he can't tell the swineherd that he is Odysseus. He's trying to see how loyal the swineherd is, but he's distraught at the fact that this dog has been abused so much. And he literally is crying on line 1180, like trying to wipe away his tears so no one sees that this dog is so, decrepit and not taken care of. And so then Eumaeus starts talking about Odysseus, even though he doesn't realize he is talking to Odysseus and saying, oh, if only you could have seen him then when he was swift and he was strong, he was brave, but now he has misery holding his leash, and that no one will take care of him. Without a master, they have no will to labor or to excel, meaning the people who work for Odysseus, basically. And so Eumaeus leads him away. And Argus, even though Odysseus is disguised by the gods, so like it's magically disguised, Argus knows that's his master. And so he sees his master and he wags his tail. And as he walks away, Argus dies, which is really upsetting. But the reason this is so important for us is if you think too, like, yes, obviously the dog Argus is like laying decrepit and old and no one's taking care of him. But if you look around the descriptions, there's a huge pile of dung in front of the gates. The servants aren't following directions. They aren't helping. There's flies everywhere. Not only has Argus been abused in the absence of Odysseus, the city of Ithaca has been abused. People aren't taking care of things. Things are getting run down. So, like how Argus has been left to decay, basically, and the city of Ithaca has been left to decay, no one's been taking care of it because they haven't had a ruler. Odysseus comes to provide hope, because I am so sad that Argus never gets to kiss his master or give him little looks in the face or whatever. But at least Argus gets to see his master. He finally gets to die content that he had waited. And this dog was 20 years old. That's really old for a dog. So he had waited 20 years to get to see his master, and he finally did, which is what he wanted, and so he could die happy. So, translating that to Ithaca, Ithaca's been waiting for its ruler to come back for 20 years. And now that the ruler's finally here, what do we think is going to happen? Is the city going to accept him? Is he going to get to come back into control? Are they going to receive him happily or not? Side note, I'll promise you the whole city's not going to die. But it's interesting the parallels between Argus, the decrepit dog, and Ithaca, the decrepit city, and how now that Odysseus is here, they can fulfill their purpose. All right, that's all I got.